Good evening, everyone. I hereby call this regular meeting of Nacogdoches ISD Board of Trustees to order. Let the record show that a quorum is present and notice of this meeting was posted as required by Texas Open Meeting Act. All board members are in present. Thank you for joining us tonight. And at this time, I ask Dr. Groman to give us tonight's invocation.
Let's pray. Almighty God, you are great. We are needy. Help us. Thank you for being with us and providing the opportunity to compete, not only in an academic way, but in an athletic way. And thank you for the gifts that have been developed by coaches, teachers, administrators, principals, and all those who have the passion to share and help us to improve. Thank you for all my colleagues here that have a heart for this school district and our superintendent. Now, God, direct this time and let it be useful not only for this district, but in your kingdom. Amen.
Now, time for pledges to the flags. Tonight, Principal of Margie Chumley Academic for Success, Mr. James Adams, and his students were leading us to the pledges to the flags. Mr. Adams, in advance, I want to thank you and your students.
Board President, staff and I will step up and do our pledge and
Okay.
fill in for those that couldn't make it today. Harris and Miss Angie.
Okay.
Worker, Miss Keisha.
Like high school students anyway, it's okay.
They do, exactly. I was kind of hoping I could sneak them in on that.
I believe normally a regular board meeting starts at 6. That's probably what they think.
Yeah, we're switching it around.
Time, could we all please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. At this portion of our meeting, we will recognize our outstanding achievement of our students. Mr. Les Landbarger.
Good evening, President Narimon, board members, Superintendent Burton. I want to invite Nacogdoches High School senior Zariah Swindle to join me up here, along with basketball coaches Harold Scroggins and Tamara Marion. Zariah is here tonight after reaching 1,000 career points for the Lady Dragons basketball team. Zariah reached that plateau on January the 6th during NAC's win over Hallsville. She went on to reach 1,132 points during her career, a wonderful accomplishment, and we're delighted to have her here tonight. Congratulations, Zariah.
Well, good afternoon. I don't really need the microphone. It's really nice to see all of you today. I'm Zariah Swindle, the one who hit 1K points. I'm very proud of my accomplishment. Do you guys have any questions?
We are just as proud.
So how many rebounds did you get? Because you got a lot of those too. I
That's a
saw
good
you get a
question.
bunch.
No, I fight for my rebounds proudly. Now, how many do I have is a really large question. I might have one.
You led the team in rebounds, right?
Yes, sir. It's really fun.
That's
The funnest part, actually.
Yeah.
More fun than scoring, you for me to be honest.
I saw you get some rebounds.
Do you ever think Coach could run some more plays to help you get more points at some point, or was it always he did it for you, he helped you out there?
He only took out one play that we've been running for the longest. What was
Okay.
that play? The easiest play in the book, but it's okay. It's okay. I think that our coach did everything he could in order to let us score and play good defense.
Absolutely.
What
We're
is,
proud of you. That's a heck of
Thank
an
y'all.
accomplishment.
what is the next for you? next year?
What's the
for
future?
What's the plan?
I would like to play basketball at TJC for Coach Trina. That's my goal, and I would also like to take radiology technology while being in a sonography program.
Well, congratulations.
Smart.
Congratulations, we're proud of you.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all for offering me here.
Coach Scroggins.
Sorry, Les, we're going to jump off script for just a second.
You want to introduce the new basketball coach for us?
While we have her here.
Yes, this is my last year. I stepped down and going to take over the golf program, and so our new basketball coach is Tamara Marion. Tam played at SFA, and she still has several records at SFA, so we're
All right.
Good.
Well, we just definitely want to tell you, Coach Scroggins, thank you for all that you have done for the program while you've been there, and I agree. I think we're going to leave it in really, really good hands. I think one of those records got broke this year, possibly. Well, shoot. You got any eligibility left? Could you go in and try to get it? No?
Got some ice for me.
So have you named your assistant yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. We're gonna get on the ball.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Mr. Lineberg, we have annual routine you have to go, which is recognizing the swim team.
Yes, President Neerman, you're perilously close to cutting in on my script right here. But yes, I want to invite Coach Carrie Scroggins and her swim team to join me up here. Once again, the Dragon swim team made its annual trip to Austin for the state swim meet. And I'll let Coach Scroggins go into all the details, but I know I say this every year, but it bears repeating. This incredible level of success that our swim team has is only because of their collective incredible commitment to work and to make it happen. So I'm going to turn this over to Coach Scroggins and let her introduce these students.
Okay, thank you for having us and for recognizing these swimmers. That's a great picture of Grant, and there's Jocelyn. Good pictures. First of all, I want to thank my assistant, coach, head water polo coach Derek Thies. We don't get to the top alone, so he has played a big role in this too, so thank you, Coach. And I would like to introduce you to these guys. We took 6 events to state this year, which was amazing. And some of these guys, this was their first trip, and some of them, it was their third. So I want to introduce the boys medley relay first, which placed 14th in the state of Texas. We have James Wright, a senior, swimming backstroke. And this is James' second trip to state. He's one of our captains. He was the backstroke leg. The breaststroke leg was Grant Copen. Grant is a senior. He's heading to Ouachita Baptist to swim next year and to continue his career. Grant also holds a school record in the 100-yard breaststroke. That was a record broken. That was the oldest record on the board from 1999. Sorry,
Yeah.
no, 91. Eric Gobel. Some of you may remember Eric Gobel. Anyway, Grant took that record down. He finished swimming breaststroke at state and finished 12th. He also swam the 200 IM, so he swam 3 events at state this year and finished 17th. Also on that relay was Cy Scroggins. Some of you may recognize Cy. He's fine. He swam butterfly on that leg. He's a junior. Last year he went to state as an alternate, so he actually got to swim this year, and it was a lot of fun taking Cy to state. And then anchoring that relay was Owen Allen, senior, captain, along with Grant and James. This is Owen's second year to state as well. So he played a huge role in that relay. Also want to introduce the girls medley relay. This medley relay also owns the school record. So backstroke, senior Jocelyn Lopez. Jocelyn swam the backstroke leg at state 3 years in a row. I don't know too many people that can say that other than Livia. But we're super proud of Jocelyn. Breaststroke, Kira Blackman, sophomore, first trip to state. And butterfly leg was Livia Whitaker. This is Livia's third trip to state. She also competed in the 100-yard fly where she finished 4th, which was amazing in the entire state. Also 9th in the 100 backstroke, so she also swam 3 events. And then our freestyle leg was another Whitaker, Devin, freshman, anchoring our medley relay. And so Devin, although this is her first time to state, it won't be her last. And so I also want to introduce our alternates who we couldn't be where we are without them. They played an integral role with relays throughout the season. They've also been the teammates that have helped train with these kids to get them where they are. Pepper Hill is a senior. She owns the school record in the 200 free relay, and she swam at state in 2025 and was there for our relays this year. Other alternates include Madeline Ritchie, who's not here tonight, Brooklyn Stidham. Brooklyn is a 9th grader. She has a big future ahead of her. We can't wait to see what's up next for her, but she played a big role this year on our team. On the boys' side, we have 2 sophomores that are next up for us. It's Zachary Morrill and Charlie Pitts, and both of these guys are going to be at the top of our team next year, and so we're really excited about the future. But these guys are super fast, but more importantly than that, they're great students and they're even better kids. So I'm very blessed to be in this position to coach not only these guys, but about 30 more just like them. So thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Coach, before you, I also wanted to mention that there were a large number of academic all-districts on the swim team. Good job. Good job. And I just wanted to say it was a pleasure to see Jocelyn swimming 3 years in a row and going to the big pool. And you know, Livia, you know what it's like, and you're setting the standard for your little sister so she can get there also 4 years. So we expect y'all to keep doing what you've been doing, and some of you will have finished your term, but you set the standards higher. They've always been high, but you've done it higher, and that's wonderful. And we wish you all success, those that are leaving and those that are staying, and not only in swimming, but also in that other sport you play with, the round ball.
Yeah. Coach Scroggins, I have worked with you for a long time. I want to thank you for your commitment, discipline, expectation, and love for the kids.
Well, and I just wanted to tell y'all that that was my first experience when I came to watch y'all at state. And the thing that I took away, a couple of things. One is when I saw all the folks that weren't swimming on the side of the pool hollering for those that were swimming, that was just amazing to see y'all to do that. But then as I looked around and I started looking at the other teams y'all were competing with, and the majority of those, if not all of them, are from areas right up in a metroplex, either San Antonio or Austin or Dallas, Houston, all these places that have all of these advantages that we don't quite have here at Nacogdoches yet. You know, as far as the coaching and the facilities and the things that they have, or they came from the coast. I saw one group that they probably grew up in the ocean. So for y'all to not only compete, but actually, you know, 4th place out of the entire state in 5A, that's incredible. And you're doing it, I hate to say it, but almost with a hand tied behind your back but the tradition, you know, that you have continued, that y'all have continued, that I know Marta Christian had, and I only say her because she was here before when I was here, for all of these years, it's unbelievable. And I'm very proud of every one of y'all, especially because I know how early you get up. I know you got to drive all over town in order to get your laps in or whatever. Heck, I don't even know what y'all do, dunk you underwater. I don't know. But it's amazing that y'all have continued to do that, and we are so proud of all of you very much.
Dr. Salcedo. It's a Social Worker Month.
Good afternoon, President Nierman, board members, and Superintendent. Such an honor to be here again. And I honestly never imagined to actually honoring the social workers. I always admire their profession because I got. But being here and actually getting to know in detail what do they do, I am so excited to be here. And it's a special occasion. And I just want to start with the story because many of us in special occasions like today, we wake up this morning, started thinking about what we're going to wear to make sure because everybody's going to see us. But some of our students, they don't have that opportunity. There's a student, one of many that I'm going to call Anna. She woke up this morning with no clean clothes because there's not a washer in her house. And she has been out of the oven for about 3 days. So she goes, she didn't have dinner last night because there was no food in the pantry. She was late to school, so she missed breakfast. So she sat down in the class, not really thinking about learning. But she's actually thinking about her smell in her clothes and the fear of actually being noticed. You know, there's this age where everybody's actually thinking about what everybody thinks. We adults, we do it, but teenagers, my goodness, that consumes them. And yet, we ask our students to focus, to perform, and to be successful, especially academically. And things at home might not change for Anna or many of our students, but options can. And because now she knows that in the morning, even though she didn't have breakfast, that she didn't have clean clothes, she can walk to the social worker's office, have a snack, have a clean clothes and socks and deodorant, and she can go on with her day. I have to be honest, one of the first things that I heard is like, well, social workers just provide socks and deodorant. But in this particular occasion, I can say that they really provide access, confidence, and an opportunity to learn because she's no longer thinking about her smell, but she's ready. And I can tell you that one of the things that I'm about to present is just to celebrate, but at the same time to show you all the wonderful things that they do. One of our first goals that we have this year is not only to create awareness about what they do, but also to increase the services that they get to provide. And once again, that story says that academic success begins with emotional and social stability. And I can assure you that social workers provide an array of, more than providing socks and clean clothes, they do focus on those basic needs, stability, attendance, academics, and behavior, specifically behavior, just because emotional support is highly needed, especially after COVID. There's many things going on, and that is critical. At the same time, that family environment, crisis intervention, at the same time, system collaboration, and even some legal issues that a lot of the times we don't get to do. So part of that strategy, we try to make sure that everyone, the campuses, the administrators, they know, like, hey, these are all the things that they can do, so we provided a menu of services. So everybody understand that, yes, they can call when they're absent, they can do so many things. And the thing is that every campus needs that support. So we want to make sure that at the same time, we provide a more efficient system so teachers doesn't have to be sending emails. It was just doing a scan code. So then they can just request the assistant without having a lot of things or steps to do. Now, going with that goal, I told them at the beginning, we have a high need, so let's make it efficient so then we can provide more services. So if you see in that table, the first column, obviously we have the campus names, and then we have the number of students at every campus. Now, last school year, throughout the entire school year, those are the students that were served during that entire school year. So now we just accounted the next column on bold are just the students that were served last semester. So if you can see, those numbers had increased, and I'm so excited to see what the numbers are going to be at the end of the school year. In addition to that, another responsibility that was added to the social workers, just because the extent that their education have and the capability of support with emotional and other mental health issues. They are also supporting with behavioral threat assessments. And that is huge just because that is something that is actually required. And if you ever wonder what behavioral threat assessment is, because I had to learn a lot about it, it is really a structured process to identify, evaluate, and respond to potential threats or violence or any harm. In reality, if I have to summarize what behavioral threat assessment do or what they get to do every time, is that they try to prevent harm before it happens. They ensure safety for students and staff. They, most importantly, try to address the root cause of the problem. And then later assign some appropriate supports for the student. So usually BTA can take between 3 hours to up to 3 days, so that is a lot. Once again, I'm not gonna read each one, but those are the different things that they can cover during behavior threat assessment, and it has been huge, and it's also part of our, it's required just because of many things that have happened in the country, so this is necessary, and it's just to keep everyone safe, so it takes a lot, but we're thankful that we have a team that is responsible. They don't do everything, I have to say, but they are part of the lead. Every campus has a specific team. In addition to that, one of the things that we also focus this year is in provide social workers with professional development, and the reason is not everyone can sit down with a student that is attempting to harm themselves and have a conversation, or have a conversation with parents. So it really takes a specialized training. So this year we focus not only on finding all the areas where they really needed that extra support and understanding. In addition to that, our youth, our student population has changed. So we have to be updated into making sure that our social workers have all the necessary skills and knowledge so then they can serve the better they can. And they have also provided support and training at their campuses as well. Now, this is something that I'm really excited. One of the other strategies that we did is trying to make those connections with families and resources. And the highlight of this year has been definitely Care Portal. I'll have to go back. Care Portal, it is a way where we can actually have a fast access whenever we have a need. And you might ask, we do have some funds, but because it takes a process of requesting and purchasing, and if someone needs clothes, backpack, or they have lost something, sometimes if I don't have anything else to wear, I'm gonna say, well, if you can wait 2-3 weeks. But this is a way to really connect with the community, with the churches. The reality is that we have a community that is very supportive everywhere we can find, and sometimes they say, well, they don't come for the free food that we have, or we are giving this away and nobody shows up. Well, we have to get to them because many of the ones that actually need it, they do not have transportation, or they have different work hours that they do not fit within that window where they're supposed to go and pick up the things. So this allows us to have that food support, housing assistance, utility support, medical resources, and many more. We're really excited about this and the opportunity to have this in our district because it's huge. By the way, I think that I think there's only 3 like in regions like East Texas. So I mean, we are really excited about that. And now, these are the stars of the show, the social workers, and I have to ask them, like, why do you do what you do? And I can promise you, if you read every one of their quotes, it's not for the money, but the heart to actually help the community and reach out, because they get to hear the stories. They get to go at home in the afternoons when everybody went home. These are the ones, not only that, they get to do the donations, participate with the students, so they really try to celebrate graduation, push the students, so then they can actually succeed and have those academics. And I want to finish with a story that many already knew, and it was talked about. Because not long ago, we have, I believe, 3 families who lost everything in a fire, and I cannot imagine just walking the next day or just walking to my home and find nothing. So that is by itself just devastating. But many of them, they went to school the next day just because the parents have to take care of all the debris, and the kids are actually safer at school. Yet again, there's no clothes, there's no supplies, they have nothing. But this is what happened next. Our social workers didn't just respond. They showed up, they made the phone calls, they connect with the community. They gather the clothes, the essential support. They ask the family, they interview, they make all these connections to actually try to restore the family. And in reality, what they do is closing that gap. And I'm not saying that our teachers are so passionate, our administrators are, everyone in this room, they are so passionate. The thing is that everyone has a specific job, whether it's instruction, whether it's managing a campus, but there's someone that has to close that gap, and that's their job. So it really, that's what, if you ask me, what do the social workers do? They just don't only meet the needs, they are our first responders. They restore the hope. And sometimes, even as you can see that picture, when a child has lost everything, students can still believe that they can reach the stars because there's someone that they can count on. So I celebrate them, and I would like for them to stand up, and the honor is for them, not for me. I'm excited for what you do. Thank you for everything. Thank you, and thank you all for believing in the whole child and supporting.
Ms. Salcedo, I
Yes,
want to
sir.
congratulate you, and I'll tell you, these are a special group of people. And on behalf of Mr. Montoya, thank you. He thinks about you guys. Thank you all. At this time, the board will now conduct an executive closed session to discuss items posted on our agenda pursuant to the following provision of Texas Open Meeting Act and as allowed by Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, 551.076, and 551.129. No voting will take place in the closed meeting. Any discussion takes place in the closed meeting. The result would be in open session. Again, we both conduct executive closed session, and time right now is 5:28.
I tried to leave.
Trying to skip. Okay. Good evening, everyone. The board is now reconvening into open session, and time is 5:56 p.m. Please remember that the items do not have to be taken in order as it has been listed. Thank you for joining us tonight, and ask to please turn your cell phones to the silent mode. At this time, we have announcement from our superintendent, Mr. Burton.
Thank you, President Fashid, board members, community. Nacogdoches ISD held an evacuation and reunification drill last week for Regay Elementary. It was an opportunity for us to see what one looks like if we had to evacuate a campus and then reunite students with their parents at another location. We have to give a big thank you to Susan De La Rosa, the NISD Director of Safety and Security, and NISD Police Chief Joel Barton for putting all this together, as well as an army of volunteers from NISD departments who played the role. There are a number of reasons we might have to evacuate a campus, and while everyone automatically thinks worst case scenario, it is much more likely to be related to weather or utilities or an electrical issue. In fact, in recent years, we've had to move students from campus to another for parent pickup because the campus lost electricity and another one lost access to water. Regardless, the exercise from last week provided with a lot of feedback and information that we can use and help rectify and make this event even better in the future. On Monday, 9 NISD students were recognized by the Nacogdoches Chamber of the Daughters of American Revolution for their work on essays, artwork related to this year's themes. From Fredonia Early Childhood Center, 4 pre-K students, Amarilly Zorata, Willow Younger, Ava Mims, and Eva Aguirre were local, state, and national winners in the pre-K banner contest. From Nacogdoches High School, senior Armand Razuni was selected as a scholarship winner as part of the DARS Good Citizenship contest. From McMichael Middle School, 8th grader Robert Lee was a winner in the American History Essay Contest. From Brooks Quinn Jones Elementary, Poppy Moe from Brooks Quinn Jones won local and state contest in the 3rd grade short story competition. From Regay Elementary, 5th graders Sadie Larson and Rebecca Knepp won the 5th grade banner contest. These students did a great job, and we are very grateful to the DAR for recognizing them and their work. Nacogdoches High School's 1-act play with its production of Picnic on a Battlefield was at the bi-district competition this week. The Dragons advanced through the zone contest while we were on spring break, then advanced from district competition held March 17th and qualified for bi-district at Melissa High School in North Texas on Tuesday and Wednesday. Picnic on the Battlefield features nameless adversaries on a nameless battlefield where war is cast as an ultimate absurdity. NHS last performed Picnic on the Battlefield 4 years ago in 2022. Congratulations to our theater program. 4 Nacogdoches High School art students scored 4 out of 4 at the Texas Art Educators Association contest held last month at Pine Tree High School. The students earned medals for their submissions to the regional competition. Alicia Dowell, Avalonia Grimes, Les usually puts the pronunciation, he did not. Isabel Turum and Luigi Garcia earned top scores. Their works will be on display at NISD's Fine Arts Showcase Saturday, April 11th at Nacogdoches High School. In fact, all of the district's fine art programs will be featured that day. All performances will be taking place in the NHS auditorium, and visual art displays will be set up in the NHS main commons. There will be more information coming soon about this, so please keep an eye on our website and social media channels. And that is my report.
Thank you, sir. At this portion, we are in a public comment, and we have one request to address the board, Ms. Amy Whitaker.
I only have 2 minutes. This is good. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Amy Whitaker, and I'm here as both a parent and proud supporter of our swim and water polo teams. Thank you for supporting them through the season and for recognizing them tonight. That was really awesome, and as a mother that seeing them here every year is very special to me. But as you already know, our athletes qualify and compete at the state level year after year, every year. Yet they are preparing for elite competition in an aging and inadequate facility that does not meet the needs of our programs. Across Texas, as you mentioned, we compete against districts that are investing in modern aquatic centers designed to support their teams while earning income. These facilities allow schools to host regional and championship meets, bring recognition, community engagement, and revenue back into their districts, while also attracting young families who enroll their littles into the programs and become our future state qualifiers. Meanwhile, our students must compete against programs that benefit from programs that use these state-of-the-art facilities. In addition, our more serious swimmers often travel to Tyler throughout the summer just to keep up throughout the long course season, and that's what happens in our summer seasons. And our pool does not accommodate that. We have a short course pool only. And our swimmers desperately want to achieve these elite results, but without the elite resources. This program is deeply personal to me. My oldest became a state champion and 5A record holder still. All three of my daughters now hold their places on the Nacogdoches High School record boards, and 2 of them were recognized tonight. Thank you. Since we moved here 3 years ago, I've witnessed firsthand how this program shapes young people, teaching them resilience, how to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and the confidence that extends far beyond the pool, thanks to our amazing coaches. But as qualifying times are getting faster and faster every year from all divisions, from little bitties all the way up to the NCAA Division I, these guys are fast. They're getting faster every year. And it's painfully clear that unless we do something, NAC swimmers will fall behind. My hope, and that I'm hearing some really positive comments in regards to this, our hope is that this is the year to do something about it. Please place this important matter at the top of the list with our new AD, congratulations. And please visit our pool. Continue speaking with our coaches and our athletes because they have a really awesome vision for what we would like to have in our town. Our legendary team deserves a legendary facility. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, I can talk about this all day. Thank you guys for everything that you do for our kids.
Thank you. This portion of our meeting is reports, and we have one report, and presenter would be Mr. Ben Eberlein, Chief Financial Officer of NISD.
Yes, sir. President Neermond, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Burton. Before you tonight, all we have is our just regular standard reports. If the board has any questions on those reports, I'd be happy to answer them.
Board have any comments? If not, we move on to the next item.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'd like to touch on our donations before we head on. Gifts and donations under $2,500, just to recognize them. Nacogdoches High School received a VEX V5 competition super kit from Dr. Monique Michaud for robotics in JROTC. $500 from Chicken Ventures East University LLC, doing business as Chicken Express for Dragon SRT. $500 from American Legion Post 86 for NJROTC. And athletics received $1,974 from Nacogdoches Dragon Athletic Booster Club for volleyball shirts. Our gifts and donations over $2,500. Athletics received $2,802 from Nacogdoches Dragon Athletic Booster Club for swim.
Thank you, and we certainly appreciate those people and their contributions. Okay. Unless removed from the consent agenda, all items will be acted on with one motion. If there is a board member who wishes to discuss an item on the agenda separately, indicate that number, and we would set aside for further discussion and separate vote. Board, are there any questions concerning any of those agendas? Okay. If not, I ask for a motion. Ms. Mindy Winslow make the motion. Ms. Apt make the second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now we have discussion and action agenda. We have 9 items on the discussion action portion of our agenda. Item A is action resulting from executive closed session. 1, consideration of and board action on the superintendent's recommendation of professional personnel.
Go to B on that instead of A,
Okay.
please.
Item B is consideration.
Yeah, B, there you go.
Consideration of and board action on the superintendent's recommendation to hire an athletic director, head football coach. Mr. Burton.
Thank you, President Neermond, board members. Right before spring break, we began our process of conducting interviews for our athletic director / head coach. We've had that position open now for a couple of months, and so we had a committee. We sat down, we interviewed some very good candidates, I would say some highly qualified candidates, but we settled on one name in specifically, and that was because we felt like that individual not only was a good coach, but was also a great mentor, athletic director, and a person that will be able to add to what our kids here at NISD are doing and what they need, and that's a good hand and a calm presence. So it is with much enthusiasm that I would like to recommend as our athletic director and head coach, Mr. Emmanuel J. Brown.
Mr. President, it's with great honor that I move that board approve the superintendent's recommendation to hire Emmanuel J. Brown as our athletic director and head football coach.
Reverend James Irvin made the motion. The second.
I second.
Okay. Ms. Brady makes the second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Mr. Brown, congratulations, sir.
You want to come up and say something, you can, or you can just wave no thank you, however you want to do it. Coach McMichael, you do not get to come up and say anything. You have to sit back down.
I feel like I'm obligated to at least say thank you, simple thank you. I want to say good evening to the board, superintendent, and Coach Sheed, and everyone that's here. We appreciate everything that this district have done for me and my family. I'm excited about this appointment, and we're looking forward to representing you in the way that it should be represented in this community and this state. And we're just ready to go. We've been working just as hard as we always work. From a little country boy from Jacksonville that was instilled values of hard work and respect and making sure everybody understands that it's not about me, it's a team thing. As growing up in the family of 11, we understood that fact early on in life, so we want to continue that. And I want to recognize a team of people that we have here today to support me. Our secretaries, some of the coaches that's here. Come on, y'all clap it up for the coaches. So as we continue to assemble our team together where you will be proud of, what we want to let you know every day, we're going to have these kids' best interests in heart and the school district best interests in heart. Any questions for me?
Just want you to know we are in full support of you, and we have a high expectation as well.
Thank you. I like high expectations.
Yes, sir.
Godspeed to you, Coach Brown, and may you treat every student athlete as the best that they can be in your tenure here.
Thank you.
Every day and every year.
Thank you. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Next is item C, consideration of and the board action on the notice of election for May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election for position at large, District 2 and District 3. Mr. Burton.
Yes, sir, Coach Neermond. This is, in order to have our election, we have to have a notice, and that notice has to be approved by the board. All that information will be out and put on display. So we have to approve that election to be held for those two positions. I'm sorry, for those three positions.
Board, we understood what is going on, and at this time, I need a motion.
I move that the board approve the notice of election for the May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election for positions at large, District 2 and District 3.
Brady makes a motion. Ms. Winslow makes a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And motion carries. Item D is consideration of and board action on the election service contract for the May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election. Again, Mr. Burton.
Yes, sir, President Neermond. This is a contract that we have with Nacogdoches County for the election services. We will actually pay them an amount of $10,501.75 to help us conduct that election for the 2026 early voting and regular election day voting.
With that, I need a motion.
I move that we approve the election services contract for May 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees election as presented.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is item E, consideration of and board action on federally funded vendors for instructional material. Presenter is Dr. Jolene Carley.
Good afternoon, President Neermond, Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Burton. On page 69 of the board book, we are asking the board to review and approve the most current federally funded instructional material vendor list that includes the addition of the Educational Products Incorporated. The request for proposal ensures that we are in compliance with federal funding purchasing requirements. At this time, I'd be glad to take any questions.
Board, any questions? If not, I ask for a motion.
I move that the board approve the vendor list for instructional materials for the 25-26 and 26-27 school year using federal funds.
Winslow makes the motion.
I second.
Epps makes the second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is item F, consideration of and board action on the purchase of school supplies from Educational Product Inc. for 2026-2027 school year. Again, Dr. Curley.
Yes, sir, thank you. For school year 26-27, the district will be purchasing school supplies for students that include individualized trays of supplies for grades pre-kindergarten through 5th grade and bulk orders for our secondary campuses. We are asking that the board approve the purchase of school supplies for the 26-27 school year in the amount of $122,466.30 using federal funds.
Comment? Okay, I need a motion.
President, I move to approve the purchase of school supplies from Educational Products, Inc. for the 2026-2027 school year in the amount of $122,466.30 as presented.
I second.
All right, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Dr. Carlin, next is item G, consideration of and board action on purchase of Amplify M-Class Math and Reading for the 2026-2027 school year.
Yes, sir, thank you. On page 79 of our board book, we're requesting a comprehensive quote for Amplify instructional materials. This request includes the renewal purchases for reading and math that are both in English and Spanish, diagnostic assessments, and digital access for student intervention and student enrichment. In addition to that, the quote includes Tier 1 instructional materials for Spanish language arts provided by Amplify. We are asking the board to approve the total amount of $196,463.30 from the instructional materials and technology allotment funds.
Good. Any questions and comments?
Could you explain how we use the Amplify with the Bluebonnet?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So just last year, when the State Board of Education transferred to Bluebonnet Learning, that came from the Texas Amplify vendor. So there is a direct connection with the content that our students are being exposed to and the requirements that our teachers are using also. And so for M-Class is a component of Amplify, and our students in grades K through 5 take a diagnostic assessment at the beginning of year, middle of year, and end of year. But in addition to that, they have an individualized pathway based on those results, and that is the boost component that you see that helps them navigate the skills and those learning targets that they specifically need.
Thank you.
One more. Consideration of and board action on, any question on that? If not, I ask motion.
I move to approve.
By M-Class Math and Reading for the 2026-2027 school year in the amount of $196,463.30 as presented.
I second the motion.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, next item is consideration of and board action on the purchase of a Bluebonnet Learning instructional materials for 2026-2027 school year. Again, Dr. Curley.
Yes, sir. On page 123 of the board book, we have information regarding this purchase for Bluebonnet Learning for the upcoming school year. This purchase includes the continuation of Bluebonnet Reading for grades K through 5 and Bluebonnet Learning for math, kindergarten through Algebra 1, with the addition next year of adding Algebra 2 and geometry. We're asking the board for Bluebonnet, for the board approval for Bluebonnet Learning in the amount of $225,173, utilizing the State Board of Education approved instructional materials entitlement and the Open Education Resource Entitlement Funds. They're specifically for this type of vendor.
Yes. Can you just share with our Nacogdoches Nation the reception of Bluebonnet materials by principals, teachers, and students?
Yes, sir. I can. It's been a very exciting year. We've been able to partner with our Region 7 Service Center to provide support for all of our constituents, including teachers, students, and our instructional support. We've had product advisors that come onto our campus at least twice a month to provide support to our instructional coaches and to be physically available for our professional learning community meetings. We have seen our teachers just really embrace the instructional material, and we're seeing a shift from the initial implementation components to deeper internalization features. So we're really excited to see that. I'll speak to one of the most exciting things under the supervision of Dr. Hill and Dr. Welsh. They've identified specific strategies that are helping our students become more verbal and about their learning experience and the ability to apply that learning into different contexts.
And this saves teachers time because they use just that main one, and it's done by the state, so it's comprehensive.
Yes, sir. It's vetted by the state and approved.
So all I've heard is good things.
Thank you.
And that's why I want to keep hearing that the students are doing better daily and the teachers are finding it easier to use these materials. And that makes principals happy. And us.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
We did make a motion. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir.
Okay, item I is consideration of and a board. I thought we did. We didn't, okay. I asked the person. Yes, he did. Okay, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
I have a motion.
Motion.
I move the board approve the purchase of the Blue Bunny Learning and Instructional Material for 26 and 2027 school year in the amount of $225,704 as presented.
I second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, now, consideration of and board action on the additional purchases of services from Thrive Learning Services LLC. Ms. Julianne Davis.
Good evening, President Nearmond and board members and Superintendent Burton. I appreciate y'all having me here. I'm standing in for Kayla Hughes, who couldn't be here this evening. And so we are making the request. We've been contracting with Thrive Learning Services for the past, this is our third year. They've done a great job for us. They conduct evaluations for students who, when we're doing evaluations for autism and emotional disturbance, which is required to have a school psychologist to do that. And so they provide that service for us because we don't have a school psychologist on staff, as well as they have licensed professional counselors that can do some contracted services with us as well to work with our students. Back in September, you approved the $130,000 to pay them, and now that we have our carryover funds and federal funds, then we're requesting an additional $30,000 to get us through the end of the school year.
Okay. Board?
Materials are actually essential for evaluation and learning for these students.
Yes, it's actually personnel. So it's so licensed specialists in school psychology it's required for they can only license specialists in school psychology or LSSP can make a diagnosis of autism or emotional disturbance in the school setting. So we require their services. Yeah.
Any more questions? Not, I ask for a motion.
I move the board approve the contract agreement and expenditure of the additional $30,000 from the special education federal funds.
I second the motion.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Move on.
I would like to request we table 9A1.
With that, anybody has any questions or comments? If not, we adjourn.